The pre-dawn stillness at Bagram Air Base on December 11, 2019 was shattered by a massive explosion. A truck bomb detonated just outside the base, leaving a crater 15 feet wide, shattering windows in nearby civilian homes and sending shockwaves across the area. Moments later, insurgents armed with machine guns and suicide vests stormed an abandoned hospital near the base's perimeter. As U.S. and coalition forces scrambled to contain the attackers, the hospital became a deadly trap, forcing defenders to use helicopter gunships and eventually 2 500-pound bombs to neutralize the threat. By the end of the assault, 4 U.S. personnel were injured, 2 Afghan civilians were dead, and over 80 others were wounded. This attack, which appeared to be another tragic episode in America's longest war, was later revealed to be part of a covert operation orchestrated by Russia's military intelligence agency, the GRU. On January 8, 2025, The Insider, in collaboration with Spiegel and Christo Grozev, published an explosive investigation titled Afghanistan Redux: How Russian Military Intelligence Used the Taliban to Bleed U.S. Forces at the End of America's Longest War, authored by Roman Dobrokotov, Christo Grozev, and Michael Weiss. The report exposed how the GRU's shadowy Unit 29155 funneled tens of millions of dollars to the Taliban, offering $200,000 in bounties for each American soldier killed. At the center of this operation was Rahmatullah Azizi, a smuggler turned GRU courier. Using a gemstone trading front, Azizi transported funds from Russia to Afghanistan. He traveled under multiple false Russian identities, using passports issued from the same sequence as those belonging to the operatives responsible for the 2018 poisoning of Sergei Skripal in the UK. Azizi's network, spanning Tajikistan, China, and Pakistan, disguised payments as legitimate trade. Taliban operatives received bundles of US dollars to carry out attacks, turning American currency into a weapon against its own troops. The GRU's actions reflect a broader strategy of destabilization. By 2019, Unit 29155 had financed at least 17 major attacks, including a suicide bombing that killed 3 U.S. Marines and a siege on Camp Sharab in Helmand Province. The entire operation reportedly cost Russia $30 million, a fraction of the cost required to deliver outsized harm to its geopolitical rival. Beyond financial incentives, the GRU exploited Afghanistan's vast mineral wealth, smuggling gemstones like emeralds and rubies from the Panjshir Valley to fund terrorism. Leaked emails from the GRU contained photographs of these gemstones, underscoring the economic exploitation that accompanied the violence. Even after the Taliban's return to power in 2021, GRU operatives maintained ties with the group. Taliban leaders requested Russian assistance in retrieving stolen aircraft and training their forces, further deepening Moscow's influence in the region. Meanwhile, GRU-linked couriers previously detained by Afghan intelligence were released and exfiltrated to Russia. Some were granted Russian passports, while others sought asylum in Western countries, exploiting humanitarian channels to resettle as refugees. Despite mounting evidence, U.S. responses to these provocations were muted. Intelligence reports confirming the bounty program were included in President Trump's daily briefing on February 27, 2020, yet no decisive action was taken. The reluctance to respond allowed Russia to escalate its hybrid warfare unchecked, using covert funding and insurgent alliances to undermine Western influence. One former CIA officer noted bluntly, "Russia firmly believes they're at war with us and we're naive." This investigation reveals how Moscow's covert operations extend beyond Afghanistan, connecting to its destabilization tactics in Ukraine and beyond. From Cold War-era interventions to modern hybrid warfare, the GRU's actions demonstrate a consistent strategy of using proxies to weaken adversaries. The human toll of these operations is staggering, with American lives lost and Afghanistan's resources plundered to fuel Moscow's geopolitical ambitions. As tensions between Russia and the West continue to escalate, these revelations are not just a reminder of past provocations, they are a warning. How many more proxy wars must be waged before the West fully confronts the scope of this threat? The time to act is now, before history repeats itself on another battlefield. Please subscribe to the Intellectualist's new YouTube channel, where we present insightful videos analyzing the current events shaping the world. Turn on notifications to receive the latest updates from the channel.